everyone, welcome to the early filmed Big Kahuna. I'm filming this early so I have time to emotionally prepare myself. That's actually not entirely true. I explained why in my face declutter video, my face palette declutter video. So if you haven't seen that, I will leave a link for it and you can go check that one out. And I kind of explained to you what we're doing here, but the time has come. Okay, this is probably going to be the most popular out of all of these declutter videos. And we're going to do my eyeshadow palettes today. I have counted them. If I have counted correctly, which I'd say there's about a 50-50 chance, I have 193 eyeshadow palettes. I will say I thought there was more than that, so I'm already doing good, but 193 eyeshadow palettes is too many. And there have been a few that I've had my eye on for a while now that I went ahead and purchased during pre-Black Friday sales. There's a couple that I know that I want to purchase during like actual Black Friday sales, and it's a little too much. So we are going to declutter them. It is almost a new year. It's time for a new me. I'm going to get my shit together this year. I can feel it, guys. This is the year. So let's declutter some eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm starting with 193. I'm going to go like section by section because there's too many. So this is going to be in no particular order. Let's get started. To start with, to pop things off here, I have some Marc Jacobs palettes. Okay, these are the worst thing in the world to store. I hate them so much. But this one is the Terrific palette. I have used this one. I do like this one. And I like the fact that the pans are tiny. I'm not 100% sure why. And as much as these pain me to annoy, I do like this. I think I am going to hang on to this one. This one is the Fantasine palette. This is more of a neutral based palette. It's very light shades though. And I think I'm going to hang on to this one. This is the Frivolux palette. Okay, this is kind of more darker purples. That's pretty. I don't think I've used this one yet. All right, I'm going to hang on to my Marc Jacobs palettes. Okay, we're off to a great start here, guys. Can you feel it in the air? Let's talk about this random stack of palettes. Violet Voss, the Essentials Pro Series. This is just a mashup of random shades. I do like the Violet Voss formula, I really do. But this is just a random smattering of shades. I'm gonna pass this one along, I don't need it. I also have the Essentials too. This makes a little bit more sense, but again, I cannot look at this and come up with kind of a cohesive eye look. Therefore, I never reach for it. So I'll be passing that one along. Look at that. We're 2 to 3. This is the UOMA Black Magic palette. I really like this one. It's very dark based, right? And you've got a lot of like nice dark shades in this. I am gonna hang on to this one. I don't use it very often. I'd like to change that because this is the type of, you know, I like this. I like that color story. I like that. This is the Zoeva Spice of Life palette. This is a really nice neutral. You've got a lot of good shimmers in here. I actually do like this one. It's definitely one of those ones that kind of surprises me because I feel like normally I wouldn't be super into it, but I think I am gonna hang on to that one for right now. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I think this might be one of my favorite ones by ABH. I am gonna hang on to this one. Although the mirror is cracked, which concerns me, but I'm gonna hang on to that one. Let's actually, while we're here, let's talk about some ABH palettes. Let me grab my other ones. Okay, ABH palettes, guys. First up is Modern Renaissance. This one, I feel like is like the most classic one, and I don't know, I don't know. We have Soft Glam, which is beat up, but this one I think is one of my most used ones. We have Sultry. This one I like as well. I mean, it's gorgeous, okay. We have Alyssa Edwards, which, oh, bright shades. I love it. I'm definitely gonna keep Alyssa Edwards. Subculture, look, I've heard so many bad things about this and I've barely touched my palette because of it. And I don't even know if the bad things are true, but I'm going to pass it along because I've got a bad taste in my mouth over it and I don't want to use it. This is the Jackie palette. This one is gorgeous. I'm gonna hang on to this one. And then this is the Carly by Belle palette. I love this one. This one I almost didn't get, and then I saw the shades and I was like, oh yes, this is what I feel like Urban Decay Cyber should have been. So I'm going to hang on to this one. Okay, now let's look at our main 3 here. Honestly, I like all of these and I feel like they all kind of serve different purposes. I really like Sultry. And I really like Soft Glam. I feel like Modern Renaissance is my least favorite of the 3, and I feel like this is the one I'm gonna go ahead and pass along. because this is the one that I get the least inspired by. So I'm passing along Modern Renaissance and Subculture. I'm gonna keep the other ones. Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. This is one of my favorite Too Faced palettes. I don't know why. I love this. I will be keeping this one. And Too Faced palettes, you guys, I don't know what my issue with Too Faced palettes are, but I've got a bunch of these tin ones and I don't know. This is a Clover palette. This had been on my wish list for so freaking long and I finally got it. I'm keeping this one for 100% sure. Okay, gingerbread. Let's look at the gingerbread ones. So this is Gingerbread Spice. This was the first one they came out with. And I've gotten rid of all of my chocolate bar palettes because I didn't really enjoy those. This is the extra spicy gingerbread. And a lot of people do think that they look similar. I think there's enough of a difference in there to make a difference. And then this is pumpkin spice. Honestly, I was not a big fan of the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, but the gingerbread ones I really like. So I do plan on hanging on to these three, and I feel like they're all like different enough. This is the Sweet Peach palette. This one bores me to tears. It smells really nice, but I think I'm finally ready to let it go. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette in Pillow Talk. I have not used this one yet. But I really want to, so I am going to keep this because I think it's stunning. Definitely a little bit different for me, but I like it. I'm gonna jump into this because this is gonna be hard for me because you guys know I have collected Naked palettes forever, but I don't use them all. And there are a couple that I don't even really like that much. So I think it's finally time to focus. And I don't need all the Naked palettes. I ended up talking myself out of buying the Cyber one because I didn't like it. I don't know, it didn't speak to me. So I didn't buy it. And then I was thinking to myself, just because it's a Naked palette from Urban Decay, I don't need it. This is 10 palettes right here. And I don't, all right, so let's start with the first one. This is the original Naked. You cannot get this one anymore. I am gonna keep this one. It's a classic. It's got a beautiful shade range. This one I am definitely going to keep. Naked 2, see, I really like the originals, Naked 2 and Naked 3. I used to think Naked 3 was my favorite, and now I think Naked 2 is my favorite. I don't know why the change, but I know for sure I'm gonna keep Naked 2. Naked 3, honestly, I think I'm gonna get rid of. I think I'm just kind of over, it's just so many like light shades, you know? And I've made like a lot of actually good use in this, but I think it's time to let it go. So Naked 3 is gonna go. I'm gonna keep Naked 1 and Naked 2. Okay. And you know what? I got rid of all of my Lorac palettes except for the Pro, and nothing bad has happened to me. So I don't have to collect them all. I can just buy the ones that I like. Okay, Urban Decay Naked Honey. This one I actually do really like. So this one I do plan on keeping. I enjoy that one a lot. Urban Decay Naked Smoky. I don't like this one that much, and I really want to because I love smoky palettes. I love smoky eyes. This one, honestly, is just kind of a disappointment. I think I'm gonna pass this one along too. Oh, okay. Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet. This one I do like. I am gonna hang on to this one. I love the shades in here. Urban Decay Naked Wild West. This one I also like, and this is my newest one, so I am gonna hang on to this one. Naked Reloaded. I think I like this one better than Naked 3, but this is the one that reminds me the most of Naked 3. I'm gonna hang on to this for now. Okay, Naked Cherry is too many red shades. It's too many. I'm gonna pass this one on. And then Urban Decay Naked Heat. This is kind of, see, I like these kind of bronzy with red tones more than I like the actual like kind of pinkish red tones. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep Naked Heat. I'm gonna pass along Naked Cherry. And then Urban Decay Born to Run. I'm gonna keep it because I do think it's a great versatile palette. I'm gonna keep that one. Listen, that might not seem like a big deal, but I'm getting rid of 3 Naked palettes, which I've never done before. The Lorac Pro palette, this is an amazing everyday basic palette. Mine is old as hell, but I am going to hang on to it. And then the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Friendcation is one of my all-time favorite palettes as well. I'm hanging on to this for sure. Okay, so first drawer down, and I'm getting rid of 8 palettes already. I feel like that's a pretty decent start. Let's move in to, can we do some of like these random ones that I just have sitting out from like various things that I was filming? because that would be great. Just so I can get them out of the way, because right now they're just all in the way. So this is the random palettes or new palettes that I've been filming with. So a lot of these have pans in them. This is the Nomad Berlin Underground palette. I actually do like this. It's so weird, but I like the color story. So I am gonna hang on to that one. Urban Decay Moondust, I was just talking about this in my pan in every palette video, or in my what I fit pan in part 2. I am gonna hang on to this for now. This is the Colored Rains Vineyard Soiree eyeshadow palette. I'm passing this one along. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm gonna pass it along. I have 2 of these Colourpop neon palettes. I got these from the EYE Beauty bundle. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I do like these, but this one's cracked to shit. And those are really dark. I think I like this one better. And the neon in this is really nice. I think what I'm gonna do in the future is if I get stuff in subscription boxes that I know right off the bat I'm not going to keep, maybe I'll do like giveaways or something. I'm gonna pass this one along. I'm gonna hang on to this one. Huda Beauty Saffron. Oh my goodness, I love this palette. It is so pretty. I'm keeping this one for sure. Colourpop in a Trance. This is, I have so many of these Colourpop palettes that we will get to. I do like this one though. I love these kind of like almost pastel-y shades. I am gonna hang on to this one. The Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, minus Beat to Hell. I've talked about this a lot. This is, I think, one of the only things that Morphe has ever done really well. I am going to keep this one. And this section of palettes, I'm probably gonna end up keeping a lot because these are ones that like I've, you know, been talking about in videos and stuff like that. So we'll move past this and then we'll get back to a lot of the decluttering, but I think a couple of these are gonna go. The Glamlight Ice Cream Dream is one of my favorite rainbow palettes ever. I've talked this to death as well. I'm keeping that one. Colourpop Ménage à Moi. I like this one, but it is very much that kind of pink mauve tones. I am going to keep this one, but I want to remember that I'm keeping that one because I'll probably end up getting rid of other ones when they have those same tones. Beauty Creations Cali Chic. Again, I just talked about this one, and this is such a pretty neutral palette. I am going to hang on to this because I actually really enjoy that one. Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. Yes, this was one of those things that was on my wish list for so very long. I finally picked it up and I have been obsessed with it. Some more Colourpop ones. This is X's and O's. Okay, look, this one and Ménage à Moi are very similar, but I like this color story better. So X's and O's is going to go. I'm gonna pass that one along. Colourpop Just My Luck. I love this one. I do plan on hanging on to this one for sure. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. I almost broke a nail. I actually do like this one again. It's a really nice, just everyday basic neutrals palette. I'm gonna hang on to that one. The Ace Beauty Falling For You. I really thought that I liked this. I really did. I used it during a Shop My Stash. I have this one from Colourpop, the Play It Jewel, and a lot of the shades are really similar. Obviously there are like massive differences, but they're so like, it's too similar. So I'm gonna keep the Colourpop one. I'm gonna go ahead and pass along the Ace Beauty one. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a really nice palette. I just have these shades already and I don't need more of them. Speaking of Colourpop, Fade Into Hue. Yes, this is another one of my absolute favorite rainbow ones. I love that. I have the You're Golden, which is stunning. I have used it. It looks like I haven't because it is fairly new, but I love that one. The It's a Mood palette, I freaking love. I am going to be keeping this one. And then Stone Cold Fox, oh my goodness. It's so beat up. But yes, I love it. And I was actually looking because Colourpop is having a sale on their makeup palettes. And I was like, oh my god, I should go buy the rest of them that I don't have. And I was looking and I stopped myself because I don't need them all. There's one other one that I want that I might get. I'm still debating on it. But the rest of them I won't be getting because this is plenty. I don't need any more. The Colored Rain Juicy Boost palette. Again, this is one that had been on my wish list for a while and I finally broke down and bought it. And I do plan on keeping it because I love it. And then in that same vein, but kind of, but also not really, is the Carity Picante palette. This was a subscription box find, but I am obsessed with it. This is the type of like fall vibes that I want to go for. So this one I'm going to hang on to. Okay, now we are moving on to drawer 2. I have a bunch of the Colourpop 9-pan palettes. Can we just run through those really quick? Now, normally I'm like, I'm not getting rid of any of them, but this time I do want to actually take a look at them. And I'm gonna bring, I know I'm gonna keep Just My Luck. So let's go through the monochromatic ones first. because I do really like those. This is Honey. I like that one. I'm gonna keep that. Mint to Be is another one of my favorites. I'm gonna keep that. On Cloud Blue is beautiful. I'd like to keep that one. Orange You Glad. And I love these because if I need like a specific shade, I can just go right in here for it. Lilac You a Lot. I've got Baby Got Peach. I've got Going Coconuts. I've got Main Squeeze. And a lot of these are actually repurchases because I like them so much. Blue Moon, and It's My Pleasure. I'm keeping this stack, okay? I've got Cloud Spun, which is like pinks. I am gonna hang on to that one. And then I've got the rest of the like In a Trance collection. So this is Aura and Out. This one is Miss Bliss. And then there's the actual like In a Trance. I really like this one, the Aura and Out. I'm gonna keep that one. I think I am gonna go ahead and pass along In a Trance because I feel like out of the three of them, this one is my least favorite. Now that like I'm looking at all three of them. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass that one along. This one, it's just a lot of like light peaches. I'm gonna pass this one along too. So I'm gonna keep Aura and Out. This one is Lil Ray of Sunshine. This is like all mattes. I don't keep a lot of all matte palettes. I'm gonna hang on to that one. This is All Things Equinox, and she's got Solstice. I do like both of those. I'm gonna hang on to those. This is Making Mauves and Nude Mood. Well, here's my question, because this looked really mauve based. No, I guess not. All right, I'm gonna hang on to those. This is Big Poppy. That's all mattes. I do like that one. Blush Crush is nice, and then that's Taupe. Okay, I'm gonna keep these. I am getting rid of one of them. I'm getting rid of two of them, which, like I said, is better than I normally do, because normally I'm like, oh no, I can't get rid of any of them. The effort is there, you guys. This one is Foxy. Oh, this is from the AOA studio, the Shop Must Say Yes. I did a whole video on this. I do like this palette, but I have these shades elsewhere. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and pass along. And then the Pure Be Your Selfie. This is another favorite of mine, but I have these shades elsewhere, so I never reach for this one, and I'm gonna pass both of these along. Let's talk these Natasha Denona minis. Okay, this one is actually the palette 11. This is in my Shop My Stash that I'm currently doing. I like this one. I am gonna hang on to this one. Then I have these. This one is the Peak eyeshadow. This was like a BoxyCharm limited edition or like special edition or whatever. I do like this one. Lots of mattes though. Oh, but they're pretty mattes. All right, I'm gonna hang on to this one. That one looks nice. I like this one. This one's really pretty. This is palette 07. Okay, and I remember I bought a lot of these literally by looking at them instead of buying everything that they had. Instead of buying the whole collection, I just bought the ones that I was really into. Okay. So I feel like that bodes well for me. This is the mini Zendo palette. I don't want the big Zendo palette, but I do like this one, so I am gonna hang on to that one. This is the palette 10. That's really pretty. I do want to keep that one. This is the Ayana palette. I don't know how you pronounce that. I like this one. I really like this shade right here. I'm gonna hang on to this one. This one, okay, this is the Coral palette. I don't love this one. I'm gonna pass this one along. And this one is the Cranberry palette. Cranberry and Coral, man. These are the ones I think I like the least. I'm gonna pass both of these along. I have two of these from Kaja. These are the Beauty Bentos. This one is in Poppy Champagne. I like these, but I really do like these, but they're also kind of annoying. Is this all shimmers? This one is Toasted Caramel. That's a shimmer. That's a shimmer. That's a shimmer. I feel like I just don't ever reach for these because it's not convenient, like, to have them like this. You know what I mean? It's just not the most convenient thing in the world. I do like these, but I don't ever reach for them. I'm gonna pass them along. Pull out a couple more. This is the Violet Voss. It just says 6-color eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. I don't need that. I'm gonna pass this one along. This is the Visart Theory palette. This is so pretty, but I feel like I have, and these come out, and I don't like this packaging. I feel like I have these shades. That one hurts, but I'm gonna pass it along. The e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow and Very Bad. These are just so tiny. I don't know. I don't like, I mean, like, I like it. I like the product, right? The product is good. The eyeshadow palette is nice. I just want more. This is just kind of boring to me, so I'm gonna pass this one along. And don't get me wrong, I like these like little palettes, but I need something, just something a little bit more. So these are both from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Luxury Palette of Pops in Pillow Talk, and this is the Pillow Talk luxury palette. I am going to keep both of these because I do like them. Obviously this one I wear quite a bit. This one is pretty nice too. These I am going to hang on to. I have the Urban Decay On the Run. I don't have the whole collection. I'm getting better. It's all about progress, you guys, baby steps. But I have Shortcut, Bailout, and Detour. And I will be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever used these. You know, these are just neutral palettes with tiny little pops of color. They don't excite me. I'm gonna pass along all three of these, honestly, because I don't need them. I have my Huda Beauty Obsessions. This is one of those collector mentality sets that is really difficult for me because I like them a lot. Okay, Ruby Obsessions is really nice, and I think I am gonna hang on to that. Emerald Obsessions, I do like, because you guys know I like the greens. I think I'm gonna hang on to that. Sapphire Obsessions. Oh, I love that one. Amethyst. I think this is the one. Okay, hang on. Then Smoky. See, this I like this Smoky. The Mauve Obsessions can go. The Warm Browns honestly can go because I have enough of the matte shades like this. I don't need this one. This is Coral Obsessions. I don't particularly care for that one. The Mauve Obsessions can go. I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna keep this, but I'm gonna get rid of these. I have other Huda Beauty ones, of course, because that can't be all of them. I've got some of the Neon Collection. This is, I don't even know because it's not listed, and that's really annoying to me. The fact that it's not, like, I think this is yellow, but I don't know. This was a Pan That palette one year, and I never finished it. But honestly, I'm going to let this one go because I'm so done with this. I never want to see that palette again. I'm so bored of it. Listen, I like these. I like these a lot, okay? But I don't like, okay, and this might be petty. That's honestly not that impressive. I don't like the fact that it doesn't say, it just says neon on it. I don't know which neon palettes these are. I'm going to pass these along. It might sound petty, but I don't like that. I don't like it. And I wouldn't have purchased them if I had known that. The pastels, okay, these I really like. This is the lilac one, and then rose, and then mint. I'm always down for a good pastel palette, and I like these. You know what I mean? I think that's really pretty. This one is the only one I'm not like crazy about, but I still like it. And I feel like it'd be good for like neutral days, and I really like the mint one. I'm gonna keep those. And then this is the Gold Obsessions one, and I literally bought this when it came out from the UK because I was so obsessed with it. So this one I will be keeping. Right. I have some of the Nabla Cutie palettes. This one is Midnight, and then this one is Analog. I really like this one actually. The Analog one I think is really pretty. This one, I love this Quiet Storm shade. It's so pretty, and the Sapphire shade. All right, I'm gonna keep both of these. These are new too. I haven't gotten to play around with them a whole lot yet, and I do like them so far. All right, the Too Faced, these are the Tutti Frutti palettes. This is Sparkling Pineapple, and this one is Razzle Dazzle. Listen, I had kept these because I thought I was gonna use them, and then I never did. This one for sure can go, because I like the purples and stuff, but I'm kind of, I don't know, like that just no longer speaks to me. I don't need it. This one, I really like, but I have golds and greens and browns, and I never reach for these, so I'm gonna let it go. This is the Lovecraft Beauty Basic Rituals. I like this, but it has no like depth to it. It's just very one note, and the white shade I'm not a big fan of. I'm gonna pass this one along. As much as I like it, I just don't reach for it enough. And then the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. Grandiose? I don't know. This one I do really like actually, and I use this quite a bit, and I enjoy that, and I really like the formula of these shadows. So that one I'm going to hang on to. Next little section here. This is a Ciate London, the Velvet palette. This one is stunning, but have I used it? No. And I don't get inspired when I see it. I think I am gonna let this one go. This is the Cella Lave Neutral palette. Ugh. It's honestly much better than I thought it was going to be, but it takes up a lot of space. I hate the packaging of it, and it's only got 4 shades. I'm gonna let it go. This is the Kypris Shimmer palette. I never, ever reach for this. I'm gonna pass it along. This is the Ruby May #mood palette. I like it, but I've got enough rainbow palettes, and I never reach for this one, so I'm gonna pass that one along. This is the Colourpop Boudoir Noir palette. This one I do like, and again, it's got those greens and golds, right? I just want to point out how similar it is to this. This one I will keep. The Too Faced one can go. I'm gonna hang on to the Colourpop one. And then, so literally in that little section, I'm getting rid of 4 and I'm keeping 1. Okay, these are Visart matte palettes. This is the neutral matte eyeshadow palette, and then this is another neutral matte eyeshadow palette that had a shade break in it. I'm for sure gonna keep this one because I do like having a couple of nice basic matte palettes. This one, I think I'm gonna pass along because it's got like a matte pink and a matte like bluish purple, and I like the other one better. So that one I'm gonna pass along. This is a Too Faced Palm Spring Dreams. I never reach for it. It makes me sad, but I never do. I'm gonna pass that one along. And then Too Faced White Peach is gorgeous, again, but I never reach for it. I'm gonna pass that one along. Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk. I actually like that one. But it's all like very specific shades, and there's not a whole lot of different things that you'd be able to do with it. So I'm thinking about it. Hang on. I want to look at that next to the Grandiose palette. I feel like you can do more with this one. I'm still going to keep the Grandiose palette, but I'm going to pass along the Scarlet Dusk palette. This is Il Makiage. This is the Color Boss Squad. This one I actually do like. I am going to hang on to this. Oh my goodness. That actually went really well because this was like overflowing when we first started. I will go grab shelf number 1. This is a Tarte Spicy Vetch palette. I like this one. I do. This is a wishlist palette. See, I like it at first glance, but I don't like it because the shades are patchy and they don't blend well. I'm passing it along. Oh, I'm gonna pass it along. It's heartbreaking, but I'm doing it. This is the Complex Culture Full-Time Eyeshadow Palette, okay? This is a really nice kind of neutral everyday palette. This one I am gonna hang on to because I do like that one. This is by The Balm. It's called The Balm and the Beautiful. This packaging is like all recyclable and everything. It's a pretty palette, but it is just neutrals, and it's not the type of neutrals that inspire me. Like this one, I can get like a decent idea of what I do. This is just kind of a mismatch of neutral shadows, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. This is from Fluid. This is the Otherworldly palette. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'm keeping this one for sure. Colourpop Plush Like Me. I actually do like this one too, and I like the neutrals in this palette. I like all of the mattes, so this one I am gonna hang on to as well. I have some Huda Beauty palettes here. This is the Desert Dusk palette. I love this one. I am gonna keep this one. The New Nude is another one of my absolute favorites. It's such a pretty palette. I'm keeping that one. And then this is the Rose Gold Remastered palette. Again, gorgeous, and I am going to keep it. This is, see, and this is what I wish that the Naked 3 was. Like, if you're gonna go rose gold, do something like that. I'm keeping those. I have Natasha Denona palettes. Okay, these are the full size and the midi palettes. So full size, I have the Triochrome palette. I'm so torn about this one because I like it, but I don't. Okay, so I had originally done like a purchase or pass about this, and I wanted it, and then someone pointed out that it was really the 3 shades down the middle that were like unique. But then I tried it and I do like it. I just don't like using it 2 weeks in a row. I am gonna hang on to it. It's a really nice palette, but it's not my favorite. And I like a lot of the other palettes that I have more, but I like it enough, especially for the cost. This is the Biba palette. Yes, I'm keeping this. This has been on my wish list forever. I'm keeping it. The Love palette, I'm keeping it. Again, a lot of these were on my wish list because Natasha's really expensive. This is Sunrise. So I did not impulse purchase these. These were things that I had been wanting for a while. Oh, the Bronze palette I love. And then the Glam palette I think is honestly my favorite. So I am going to be keeping all of these. Then I have a couple of Alamar Cosmetics palettes. This is the Reina del Caribe. I like this palette, but it's, again, one of those, it just doesn't inspire me. So that one's gonna go ahead and go. This is the Spanglish palette. And again, it just doesn't inspire me. That one's gonna go ahead and go. This is from Cab Cosmetics. This is the Day and Night eyeshadow palette. It is really pretty, but I have so many that are like this. I'm gonna pass that one along. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder. Again, I like this. I want to like this. It's so pretty, but it does not inspire me. I'm gonna pass it along. Urban Decay Stoned Vibes, I am obsessed with this one. This one I am gonna keep. And then Urban Decay Wired is a really pretty palette, but it does not blend very well. The shades are gorgeous, but it is kind of patchy. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. Okay, did I count this one in the beginning? I honestly don't know. This is the Cella and Vela Beauty Blushing Rose eyeshadow palette. I have tried it, I do like it, but it's like a mini of the full-size palette, and I don't like these super teeny tiny ones. I'm gonna pass this one along. We're now moving on to shelf 2, okay? This is a good shelf because I already know most of these are gonna go. The Urban Decay 15th Anniversary Edition palette. I saved it last time and I was like, I'm just gonna start using it, and I never did. It's gonna go. I've had this for so unbelievably long. It's gonna go. The Becca Volcano Goddess palette. Again, I wanna like it. I really do, but I never reach for it. It's gonna go. Juvia's Place, the Saharan. I don't get inspired. The Nubian. I do like the Nubian. Okay. The Saharan is gonna go for sure. The Nubian, I just have other neutral palettes that I like more. And I keep thinking like, oh no, if I get rid of this, you know, what am I gonna use then? I have so many eyeshadow palettes, you guys. Like, I need to stop thinking that, because I have so many palettes. I'm not gonna like run out of them. I'm not gonna use them all up and run out of them. And let's be honest, most of these will probably end up getting decluttered in the next few years anyways, because I'm never gonna use them up. This is the Give Them Lala Beauty, the Pretty palette. It is pretty, but I never use it. It's going. This is the Too Faced Then and Now. I love this so much, but it's really difficult to do a look with this. This is not a good layout for me, and I hate the packaging of this so much. And I love the concept of it, but I also hate it. I love the concept in theory, but when you're actually trying to use it, I'm gonna let it go. This is the Estate Cosmetics and Bailey Sarian Venice Fling. This one I do really like, and I also really like Bailey Sarian. I'm going to keep this one, because I actually do enjoy that palette, but it gets lost in the shuffle. More Juvia's Place. This is the Masquerade Mini. I do like this one. I feel like this is like probably one of my favorite ones by her. And then this is the Magic Mini. What is that? Magic Mini and the Masquerade Mini. I'm trying to think. I don't need these. I don't. I like this one. And I like these shades and this shade and these. But I don't like this whole thing altogether. Oh wow, I'm really torn on these. I did not expect to be that torn on these. I'm gonna pass them both along. I can't decide, but I'm not like really attached to either of them. Both of those are gonna go. This is the Tarte Tartiste Pro. For a matte palette, I do like this one. I'm gonna hang on to this one. This is the Queen by Eloise. It's a beautiful palette. I have used this before, but again, it's just too many shades that I already have. I'm passing it along. The Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette. I originally was using this as a face palette, but I moved it over to be an all matte eyeshadow palette because I would get more use out of it that way. I am gonna hang on to that as an eyeshadow palette. This is Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Berries and Cream palette. This one I do like. I think I am gonna hang on to this one because I think this is really pretty. Oh, the Glam Light Michaela palette. You guys, yes, I did a video on this. I love this palette. I'm keeping that. The Colourpop, She's the Rainbow. I'm gonna keep this one as well. I don't think this one is available anymore, but it's one of my favorite rainbow palettes. Violet Voss Coral Crush. This I'm going to keep. This is a good range of coral shades. I like this one. I'm keeping that one. Ofra Black Friday. It's kind of like a cool toned smoky gray. I don't love the packaging of this, but it is like the best kind of smoky one that I have found. But I'm wondering if I could do the same thing with, I can't. I'm gonna put this in maybe because I actually don't know about that one because I don't know if I'd be able to get the same out of other shades. So that we'll come back to that one. This is the Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Puddin'. Okay, I also have the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed. Again, I want to like these, but I never ever reach for these. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass both of them along. I feel like I really need to start getting pickier about eyeshadow palettes because I have so many and it takes so long to get through them. And there are just so many that I don't love. And Urban Decay Full Spectrum, this is gonna go. Again, I have other rainbow palettes that I like way more than this one. I'm gonna pass that one along. The last shelf of eyeshadow palettes is what we have here. Violet Voss Flamingo. This is one that was on my wish list for a very long time that I finally ended up picking up. I am keeping this one because I do like it. Violet Voss, this is the HG Pro. And this is the Matte About You Pro. I do not use these very often, but they are really nice to have. So I think I am gonna hang on to both of these for a little bit longer as well. This is the Iconic London. I don't even know what it is, what the palette is called, but it's just a bunch of like loose shimmers, like you see, and then they're loose. No, I don't like it. And I stocked this one out too, and then I was really disappointed by it. I'm gonna pass it along. This is the Ciate London I Am Woman, What's Your Superpower? It is a beautiful, beautiful palette. This one I think I am gonna hang on to. The Lime Crime Greatest Hits Bangers. This is another wishlist one that I finally ended up picking up, and I think I am going to hang on to that one as well. This is the Glam Light Alondra Desi. I do like this one, but I don't love it. I'm going to pass it along. I have a couple from Hip Dot, and actually the quality of these really surprised me. This is C Note, which, oh, I love that. And this is Zion. Okay, I like this one. I'm going to keep both of these. I just cracked my nail down the middle, but that's okay. We're going to keep trucking. I'm looking at this one again. I do like this because this has like some notes of purple and stuff in it. I'm going to keep that one. Okay, I have the ABH Norvina collection. I have 1 through 3. I know there's like 5 of them now, and I love this one. I'm going to keep that one. This is volume 2. This is actually in my Shop My Stash right now, and again, I love this one. I am going to keep this one. And then this one is volume 3, and here's the thing. I do really like these. Maybe I will look into 4 and 5 because I do really like these. These palettes are really nice. I'm going to keep these. I'm going to look into 4 and 5. Morphe Jaclyn Hill volume 2. I'm keeping this one. Okay. I loved the first one. Got to keep that one. This is from Pinky Rose. This is the Hypnotize palette. All right. This is nothing but pressed glitters. But the glitters, like, I mean, do you see? I don't personally like those. So this palette is going to go. Oh, okay. Too Faced Natural Love and Too Faced Natural Lust. These got so much hate from what I remember. And I love these. These are some of my favorite Too Faced palettes. I'm going to keep both of these. And then I've got the Glam Light Happy Hour collection. So I've got Margarita. This is gorgeous. I'm definitely keeping that. I've got Dirty Martini. Oh, love it. I've got Chocolate Martini. I love it. And I've got Wine. And I love these palettes because they obviously all have a color story, but there's like enough of a variety that I feel like there's enough to do looks with. I'm going to keep those. I've been thinking about O for Black Friday. I do use it sometimes, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pass it along. I think so. Okay. Oh, okay. So grand total time, we are getting rid of 68 palettes. Okay, we started with 193, so 68, 193, half of 193 would be 190 be like 80. So we're getting rid of just under half. Is that right? Is this just under half? 63 out of 193. I think so. God, y'all know my math skills. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is just under half. I'll have my husband do the math later and I'll get back to you. Okay. I feel like this is good. I would have liked to have gotten rid of a few more, but there's always next time. And I feel much better about my collection now that like these are gone. Okay. All right. That's a big declutter done. Now I have to go clean out all my drawers and stuff. Put everything back. So that is what I will be doing. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. If you'd like to see more of me, oh my god, I can't talk anymore. Also, there are more declutters coming up. Not palette declutters, obviously, because those are now done. But all of my other declutters, basically, except for a couple that are already up on YouTube. I will link my declutter playlist for you if you'd like to watch some more. But make sure you're subscribed if you want to catch the rest of the declutters, because we are doing it this year. We are doing it. Okay, thank you guys so much. I will catch you next time. Have a great one. Goodbye.